Marker, players review, guys. Get right to it. Netflix original film. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. Aka Ryan680.
Angela, Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know you want to. Thank you for making us a part of your day once again, guys. And happy Valentine's Day.
Ooh, yeah, man. Yeah. Where did February go? It's already halfway.
Yeah, halfway, the shortest month out of the year, guys. Our first movie review back from vacation, which we are truly excited about and everything. And so, yeah, you know, where did you spend Valentine's Day? We want to know in the comments down below. Just curious, you know, couples out there, where did y'all spend it at? Or maybe you're just single life. You're enjoying your life. You're enjoying you. Do you? Put us on the comments down below. What did you watch? Because I gotta admit, I did not expect us to watch. We actually watched a movie, and I was because it's, you know, typically, you know, for a certain occasion of films, you know, New Year's, those movies to where certain films that you watch for certain occasions, right? There is, well, regardless, you know, okay, but I never would have thought that I would enjoy a chick flick rom-com so much, even throughout the years, when I first saw Valentine's Day movie with Ashton Kutcher. It's a huge cast. Jennifer Gardner, Jessica Alba's in there. Jessica Biel. Both Jessicas are in there.
McDreamy,
George Lopez.
McSteamy.
Yeah, George Lopez is in there. I mean, it's a great, phenomenal cast, and I still talk about that movie. It still hits me. It still hits home for me. I know Angela's like, I've groomed her into watching those rom-coms because before she didn't like rom-coms, and yeah, and but it's funny because now it's become like a guilty pleasure in our own way. But yeah, we did enjoy it.
That was our Valentine's Day. Yeah. We made some nice thickened steaks at home.
Yeah, made a nice dinner.
Watched Howl's Moving Castle, and I finished off the night watching Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I like it so much better than going out to restaurants because I was out earlier driving.
Oh yeah,
and it was busy outside.
Yeah,
lots of people are on the road tonight. So,
yeah,
but yeah, that's just what we've done for the past few years. Stayed home, made dinner. It's very nice, and I am surprised how much I'm enjoying Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's the thing too, is that like you kind of get used to a certain way. And before, even when we were dating though, I mean, we're talking about movies, right? Sorry guys, a little off topic here, but when we were dating, we really talked about like we went out a lot, right? We went out a lot, especially every little occasion. We went out for the 6 months, we went out for the month, every month we went out to eat. And we went out to like certain different occasions. Especially every Valentine's Day, we would go out. Every single Valentine's Day, we would. Mm-hmm. And I like that though, because it's like, you know, you kind of learn your lessons. You know, you learn.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cool, because like, I think we go out to like Chili's, Texas Roadhouse.
I mean, we don't go anywhere crazy. I mean, the most we probably do is probably for our anniversary. We go to the Brazilian steakhouse here in San Antonio, which we love. It's worth every penny. And I get a whiskey. Angela gets a drink, a martini. What do you get? What's the drink you get there? Always forget.
A mojito.
Okay. All right. But without further ado, let's talk about this. What are we talking about today? Speaking about love, speaking about play. What are we talking about today?
Rom-coms, even though it's not considered a rom-com. I think it's classified as a sports drama.
Yeah. Let's talk about this, guys. We are talking about Players, guys. Netflix original film Players stars a New York sports writer. Mack has spent years writing successful hookup plays with her friends, but when she unexpectedly falls for one of her targets, she must learn what it takes to go from simply scoring to playing for keeps. Okay, first off, this actually stars, which we did recognize the stars right off the bat. We did recognize Gina Rodriguez, and Angela had to look this up. She found, because I kind of recognized him a little bit, but Angela's all like, no, I know. He looks so familiar. Who is he? And who'd you end up fighting, Angela?
Damon Wayans Jr.
Yeah.
And I Googled it because I obviously the last name, right? I recognized it right away. The Wayans brothers. But I didn't know how they're related. I was like, are they related? I thought they were brothers at first. No. Damon Wayans Jr. is the nephew of the Wayans brothers. It's Marlon and Sean Wayans, which I thought was really cool. Like that family's bigger than I thought it was. Yeah. So I thought it was really cool that's something. Also, another familiar face was Joel Courtney.
Yeah.
We've seen him in a couple things. I think the Kissing Booth.
Yes, Kissing Booth. Yeah,
most notably one. I think also he did Jesus Revolution.
Yeah.
So I gotta say though.
But Damon actually, he's done Bob's Burgers. He was really good in that. He was actually a voice for Arnold. Yeah, we don't watch it, but he was very known for that. He's known for a lot of more so I think Bob's Burgers. Just few films like the other guys. Big Hero 6. He also played a voice in there as well. But one of the biggest ones that he's kept out throughout the years, of course, was Bob's Burgers because it's still going on. I don't know if it's still on his file. I don't know yet, but yeah, I gotta admit though, this film.
And Tom Ellis. I don't want to.
That's right.
Mr. Lucifer.
Lucifer
Morningstar
no wonder
himself.
I recognize it, but see, I don't. Okay, put on comments down below if you love Lucifer because I just couldn't get into that show. I really couldn't. I don't know why.
It was cool, but it was so many seasons and I have so many things to watch. I lost track. But it was good. He's fantastic. Like he's great. Yeah. He's so great. So I recognized him immediately and it was really cool to see him not play Lucifer. Play something different because he's kind of nice in here. Yeah. Completely opposite. But I really liked it though. I recognized the cast. The cast was great. What did you think coming out of this? Watching this because this was a Netflix film, right?
Yeah, it's a Netflix film, and I gotta admit though, the Netflix movies, they're very hit or miss. They're such a hit and miss right now. It's just crazy because the fact is that a lot of these movies, rom-coms, I really enjoy. The Kissing Booth is one of those films to where like it makes sense. Did they have to make 3 movies? No, but it made sense. I get it, whatever. But even more so with this movie, I gotta admit, I hate the title. First off, one. That's the title is just ridiculous. I don't think it's a great title. I think it's just garbage. It's hogwash. It's just it doesn't make any sense. And I get it. They're trying to say, all of them are players, but in reality, with the film that we got here, I gotta admit, whoever directed this movie, I feel like it was so much edited. It was, I don't know. I kind of feel like I was missing part of it in the first act of this film. I'm so lost to what's going on, who's who, and you kind of get a sense to it, but at the same time, though, they don't give you enough context to the story to where, like, oh, so she really likes this guy, but then she's trying to be a player at the same time. It's very confusing in a way to where, like, it doesn't inform us, it doesn't give us that connection that you give with your audience, with certain films and everything, especially with rom-coms, because rom-coms should be very easy to do. They're very relatable. Everyone's had this different kind of love relationship, whether it's a male, a female, male or female. It doesn't matter. The point is that you've always been in those certain situations when it comes to love, and that's the connection that you have. That's what I love about those rom-com movies that have like the stellar cast and amazing big cast. He's just not that into you is another good one too. But I gotta admit, for me, the first act wasn't good, but I gotta admit though, Gina Rodriguez, I gotta admit, she's really good. We know her, of course, from the famous TV show. Again, I did not see it. I don't know if you saw it. Jane the Virgin. So I don't want to say I didn't. I don't know that acting of her to come into this movie, but everything I've seen her in is really good. I really enjoyed her chemistry, what he has here, and I gotta admit though, she does a great job carrying this movie. Now, given the fact though, she is on screen most of the time, she is, but at the same time though, the chemistry between certain between the Wayne, the nephew of the Wayne, Damon, he's great. They're both great. But then the other two are just kind of like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense. I mean, it made sense, I guess, on paper, but for me, I just didn't like I didn't like the chemistry between all 4 versus just them 2. I think if it was just them 2, it would have done great.
Well, I thought it was more like Gina Rodriguez and Damon Wayans Jr. Because they're all a group of friends. Yeah. Their relationship or their friendship, chemistry, if you will, was pretty good. It was good. Them two, and then they have another super friends that was the older brother, little brother. That themselves, they had some time on screen by themselves. Yeah, I thought that was great. I can kind of see what you're saying. Maybe all 4 together, maybe not so much. But I really liked all the cast. I think the cast did like really great. I just can't get over the fact how great the chemistry was between Gina Rodriguez and Damon Wayans Jr. So I thought it was really cool. I loved both of them. They were great.
Gina Rodriguez is really good. I gotta admit, I wish we saw more of her in films and everything. I know she does a lot of TV. She's coming up with another TV project later this year. She's
done things. I would love to see her in more. I just she's a great actress. I think all of them are great. And we're starting to see Courtney in more stuff too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I really liked him too. So as far as like the plot, it's your typical rom-com. It's super predictable. Nothing special. But again, if you love rom-coms, you'll probably like this movie. It's super cheesy in some sense. I think it was pretty, like, I can see where you say it's pretty edited.
Yeah.
But are rom-coms kind of like that?
No, not really. Sometimes they hit home. Sometimes they get that little that great heartwarming. And as I say,
it is heartwarming.
Okay, but in a way,
it's not just the two end up together. It's not just that. There's a message that you should never, sacrifice yourself in a relationship. You should always be true to yourself. That's the takeaway message beyond the whatever the message to whoever that ends up together. So but I will say, was it cheesy a little bit? Maybe. But I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Because I don't like rom-coms.
I know. But at the same time, though, I kind of expected a little bit more out of this film because of the fact that it has the two leads in here that really carry out the film. Gina Rodriguez, granted, she does an okay job. But I don't put the total blame on her. It's more the director. It's more the writing, the story. The way it was directed, I felt like it was just kind of like, oh, let's improvise in a way. And not saying that actually happened. It just felt to me that kind of felt like that. It didn't exceed my expectations in this movie, which sucks, which kind of was like, damn, this is a miss. For me, this is kind of a miss when it comes to Netflix originals and everything, because I really don't know what to expect out of Netflix originals no more. It's kind of like a hit or miss now. It's crazy, but it is what it is. And I'll leave it at that.
I don't think it's a miss. But again, for me, I haven't seen a rom-com in a long time that I'm like, this is exceptional, 10 out of 10. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, but that's just me. I'm not into rom-coms too much.
Yeah.
If you like it, again, I think the formula is going to be great. You're going to like the cast. You're going to like the plot, the story, the way it unfolds, the messages. It's all there. It's all magic. So I will say, take it with a grain of salt what I say, because I'm not the best or the biggest fan of rom-coms. But overall, I think it was a pretty enjoyable film. I don't think it's a miss at all.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. Was this film that we deserved? I'm going to say no.
I will say yes, because that cast was pretty cool. I like them together. And I would like I want Netflix to keep putting familiar faces.
Oh yeah, 110%. Like I want to see more Gina Rodriguez in other films. I just feel like that this movie wasn't her strong film or her strong acting skills that we've seen her in the past. Sure. I'll leave it at that. And I gotta give respect to what to do. I do. And the funny Damon is funny. I want to see him more in more acting stuff. I want to see him more in the raunchy comedy humor. I want to see him in a Wayans Brothers movie, man. Come on. All I'm saying is that uncles. I know. Put him in one of your movies, guys. I just want to see that chemistry and that great comedy that I know that I am confident that he can bring out in films and everything. So I'll leave it at that. Sure. Rating 1 out of 10. Tell me the highest. I just want to give this rating
6.5.
I'm gonna give this a solid 4.
Okay, so we're about average, about 5, a little over 5.
No, like a 4.5, maybe 4.5.
No, I mean like the average together.
Oh yeah.
It's a little over 5. I would say it's not like we say a spectacular movie, but it's not too bad. I think for a rom-com for Netflix original. Like again, some of those can be a little iffy. Sometimes I think it's a pretty good film, especially like I said, I like the cast, I like the message and everything. So maybe your opinion is different. Maybe you really liked it, or maybe you're on the opposite end, you're closer to Ryan, you're just like, you know what, this is not okay.
I mean, there's moments where I'm laughing but at the same time though, I'm all like, I expect a little bit better out of movies like this. I really do, and I'll leave it at that.
They can't all be Valentine's Day's movies. They can't all be. She's just not that into you.
Here's the thing. when it comes to Netflix and their rom-coms, usually for the films like Christmas, for the films that are up for like Valentine's, all the major holiday movies, right, or even the semi-holiday movies, they typically do really good. I'm not gonna lie, there's so many. I mean, the Christmas Chronicles movies, those were good. The Christmas Chronicles 2 was good. The Princess Switch, that was really great. And even though it didn't need 3 movies, but we still got 3 movies. They were 3 guilty pleasures. They really are. And I'll give credit when it's due. At the same time, though, I'm all like, there's in the past, I'm pretty sure I could look it up. I'm pretty sure Netflix has capitalized on making a really good cheesy rom-com on Valentine's Day, because it's like a missed marketing opportunity. And I feel like that they could have done better with a better script, with a better story. I don't blame this on the actors or actresses. I feel like this should have been a better story, a different movie. I feel like at least to put it in Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to do with the holiday. They literally don't.
I mean, release date's the holiday. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but
if they try to do something there.
I mean, Netflix has done tons of rom-coms. I mean, there's at least 3 that involve wine or vineyards or winemaking. I've
seen, cooking. Always Be My Maybe. I recommend that movie. If you haven't seen that,
there's another one. There's a cooking one. That's not that. I've seen that one. As you can tell, I watch a lot of TV while I work.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think for a Netflix comedy rom-com, it's not too bad. Is it the best? No. But will you have a good time watching it? Sure. I mean, why not? Snuggle up with your loved one or your loved pet.
All right.
By yourself.
I like how you go loved one or loved pets. I love that. That's great.
I mean, yeah, we have 4 fur babies here, and I would snuggle with all of them if they let me. So one of them did snuggle with me as we were watching the film.
Yeah.
So again, whoever you want to celebrate with, even if it's just not on Valentine's Day, you just need a good rom-com, good cry, good heartwarming message. Give it a shot. I think, even though you may not think it's worth it or anything, I would say give it a chance.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that, guys. We obviously, I do not recommend this movie, but if you are into rom-coms and everything, give it a chance. If you like Gina Rodriguez, give it a chance, guys. I'll leave it at that. Gina Rodriguez really carried this film for me. It didn't do it. She didn't. Again, I don't blame it on her. It's just for me, the way it was directed and everything. I just feel like that this movie wasn't the standards that I expected out of it. That's all. I'll leave it at that. But all right, guys, thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan 680.
I am Angela Thakati Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Have a good one. Do not forget, subscribe to us. We got more movie reviews coming out this month. We got Dune 2 coming out. We actually got an early premiere for that. It's coming the end of this month. So stay tuned for Dune 2, the most anticipated one. I think that's my number one. I got to talk about it. We'll talk about that on another episode, but might be my number one anticipated movie of 2024. Definitely.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That's going to come up real fast.
It's coming real fast. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Stay safe, San Antonio. Catch you later. Peace.